Measles by Jacq, Hine, and Atkins. Measles is a virus that is transmitted through coughing and sneezing from the infected individual. This disease first came around in the 9th century and then first appeared in the United States in 1697. The measles virus is a unicellular organism that can be recognized by the single-stranded RNA, and it's surrounded by proteins beyond the envelope. Since measles is classified as a virus, it can't be defined as either a prokaryote or a eukaryote. Measles is most common in third world countries, where the vaccine that can prevent this isn't given to everyone in the country. Every year, there are about 20 million cases of measles worldwide, and from this, about 150,000 contract it, resulting in mortality. In contrast, only about 600 people got it in the U.S. in 2014, and none of them were fatal. In fact, the last death in the U.S. was in 2005. Measles first starts out with symptoms like the common flu, such as a runny nose, coughing, and having a fever. Then a rash will start on the face that resembles much of the same characteristics as chickenpox, and then it will spread throughout the rest of the body. The reason why measles can be proved to be so fatal is that a high fever can cause the body to work harder, resulting in systems shutting down. Measles symptoms take about 10 to 12 days to show up after the disease has been contracted, and then the rash shows up after 2 to 3 days. These symptoms will usually go away after 2 weeks. When measles is contracted, the virus will insert its genetic material into a cell in order the cell to make more copies of the virus, which will gradually take over the body. The body doesn't recognize a virus as a pathogen right away, which allows the virus to replicate itself as needed. Once recognized, the body will start to make antibodies at a rapid rate, which is where the fever will usually result from. If the individual is vaccinated against measles, this means that the individual's immune system will recognize the pathogen more easily and will therefore be able to destroy it before the virus can take over the body. Vaccinations prove very successful against this virus. If a person isn't vaccinated, they have a 90% chance of coming into contact with the virus. The only people who wouldn't be able to be vaccinated against this will be really young infants and those with allergies to vaccines. Those who can't be vaccinated rely upon others who have been vaccinated to develop herd immunity. This is when, after being surrounded by so many other immune people to the virus, the individual will become immune as well. If the individual does contract the illness, there are precautions that can be taken in order to prevent this. Quarantine is a common option in which the individual will be isolated until after 14 days of the last contact with measles, or symptom-free day. Another option is to insert a shot of antibodies into the inflicted individual that will help the person's immune system be able to fight off the virus quicker. Ways to prevent the virus from spreading includes making policies such as making it mandatory for children who are planning on attending public school to receive the vaccine so it prevents the contraction of the disease. If an outbreak does happen, some clinics will offer free vaccination as well. And local healthcare places such as hospitals will not allow any visitors if there is an outbreak, so the very ill will not get afflicted with another disease. From time to time, there are measles outbreaks. For example, just this year, about 59 young children contracted the measles virus from Disneyland, and the virus spread as a result of children not being vaccinated. In late 2014, the NHL also went through a measles outbreak with certain teams. In countries of lower income, measles is a very common illness, but recent volunteers in other countries have been providing vaccinations to the population that should help them in the future. PSA, if you haven't been vaccinated, not only are you putting yourself at risk for contracting the disease, you're also putting others at risk. You can go 10 to 12 days with the disease without noticing any symptoms, and if you haven't been vaccinated, you have a 90% chance of getting the measles. Since the vaccine has been introduced, the yearly rates of diseases in the U.S. has fallen from around 500,000 a year to only about 100. So it's effective. Protect yourself, protect others, get vaccinated.